Hey, it's me, Chris and Andrea. Welcome to House to Car.
Yeah, because I know a lot about cars.
Guess what? I know nothing about cars.
Yeah, whatever.
But guess what I love to do?
Take apart cars.
Take apart cars. Guess what happens when you take apart a car?
You gotta put it back together.
Guess what happens when you tear a bathroom out of your house?
You gotta put it back together.
You have to put it back together, don't you?
Yeah.
Or you buy a funnel and, yeah, we won't even go there.
Funnel?
We are trying very hard to keep crappers out of this episode, but
yes.
we already went down that.
Yeah.
We already went down that bike. But, so, yeah, 49 Packard, huh?
Very cool.
Pretty sweet old car, isn't it? All original, straight. It has a straight 8 in it, not a straight 6, but a straight 8. Got it when I got this car. It was kind of in shambles and in pieces. Hadn't been driven in years and years and years. So started Googling, asking a lot of questions, just like on houses. How we go out, ask, get a book, we Google, we look. How do you build a wall? It's just a different. Working on this car is just a different way. It's just a different modality. I don't know if that's the right word or not, but you're just doing it with different tools, which is cool because now I have to buy different tools. That's cool. Yeah, I love an excuse to buy tools.
Right.
The timing was off the other day, and a friend of mine said, well, I have a timing light at home. I'm like, no, I'll buy my own timing light. I gotta have my own timing light, because you never know when you need a timing light. Timing is adjusting the spark so that it sparks when the piston reaches top dead center. You know how I know that?
You write it in it.
Rod taught me.
Oh.
Wow. Not on my own, but he came over and explained, just like when, as I've gone through houses, I've had to go ask a lot of questions, just like when you had questions on electrical in your bathroom, I came and talked to you, and that's you do it, and next thing you know, it goes easier and easier and easier. But
Yep.
Cars are very much the same thing, so I've enjoyed these old cars. But when we come back, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the kitchen over at 19th Street.
You took that apart, and now you got to put it back together.
It's like, I'd love to just leave it the way it is, nice open space, put in a couple folding tables, put a grill on the patio. Who needs more?
Well, in the winter, you're going to want
yeah, that's
something
very
other
true.
than the grill.
That's very true. So when we come back, that's what we're going to do. We're going to bring Joe from Horizon Appliance in, because we're going to talk appliances. We're going to talk cabinets and kitchen layout and the kitchen triangle and all that little stuff. So join us when we come back. House to Cars.
Looking for a new career? Midwest Energy has great careers in electric and natural gas utilities throughout central and western Kansas. We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a wide variety of field and administrative positions. Most positions require community or technical college, and internships are available. Learn more at mwenergy.com. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative making energy work for you.
Glassman is ready to help you beat the heat. With Carrier Cool Cash, the season to save is now. There's never been a better time to upgrade to Carrier quality and efficiency. Now through June 30th, you can claim up to $14.50 in Cool Cash rebates on a new system or receive 60-month financing. Don't wait! Cool Cash is only available for limited time. Turn to the experts. Call Glassman now.
Heating and air. The choice is perfectly clear. Glassman Plumbing, Heating.
The world is full of remarkable things, but some things are so remarkable that you may not have noticed. And that's the point. For 50 years, 3M has engineered advanced window films that make glass remarkable. Films for homes that help reduce heat, block harmful UV rays, protect interiors from fading, and save on energy costs. Rooms stay cooler, so you can enjoy a warm cuddle. Now that's remarkable.
Faster than you can Google home equity loan, the Bank of Hayes can have that line of credit at your fingertips. In less time than you'll spend calling an 800 number to get service from a chain bank, the Bank of Hayes has already met any needs you might have. You see, at Bank of Hayes, we bring you something in banking no one else can. The idea of here and now, meeting all your financing needs now, because we're right here in Hayes. From financing a car to a home, let us help you now.
Here, now, wow!
So this was the original plan. Well, the original kitchen was like right here.
There's
like
that walkway.
A little galley, right? Door here. And then we drew this plan with a built-in pantry. I don't know what it is about built-in pantries, but I kind of like the built-in pantry. But you can tell in this plan how much room it really
takes up.
It really closes that room down and turns it into like a longer galleys. So, oh, hey, I think we're back.
Hey.
So what we're talking about is we've been working on 19th Street. We've been going through all the things we're doing over there, and kitchen. It's a huge part of the house.
Yeah.
I mean,
you spend a lot of time in there.
It's probably, I'd probably say, one of the most important places in a house. You know, when you have family over, where does everybody gather?
Where somebody's making food for everyone.
Right. I mean, you can have a big fancy TV room, but it seems like everybody kind of congregates in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And so it's, so originally that galley kitchen had to go. Too small for that house. It was just kind of awkward. And so bringing it up to the time, I kind of created this. I took, like I've shared before, I think in a previous episode, is I redrew, I measured out all the walls in the house, the way they were existing, and then put them into CAD, and then I just started making the changes. And this is what I came up with, and went over there and I'm like, this is it. This is it. And as people would come over, I'd say, well, this is how we're going to do the kitchen. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, that's cool. Until my neighbor, Sarah, stopped by one day, and she's like, that's horrid. I'm like, what do you mean that's horrid? She's like, built-in pantries are old-fashioned. I'm like, well, it's an old house. She goes, no, you need a kitchen. I mean, you need an island, a big island that people can center around. And it opens the kitchen up. And the more she was talking, I'm like, God, I hate to admit it, but she was spot on. And so what we ended up doing was we took out this wall. We kind of shortened this up a little bit and then brought it over at an angle to make it where it would flow better.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering about that.
And taking the fridge, instead of it sticking clear out in the middle, we moved the fridge back over here, thinking of maybe doing a larger fridge, a nice big 5-foot double door fridge would be kind of cool in that kitchen.
And then have like cabinets on either side for your
the big
pantry type
like
stuff?
what I'm building over here.
Okay.
So we would do
Very
the tall
good.
pantries, and then and then a cabinet above. So literally, when you look at that fridge wall, it's going to be all cabinets with a big fridge in the center.
Very
so
cool.
really kind of a center of attention in that.
Here's where you get your food.
That's where you keep your ice cream and beer. Not that I have any.
And some crackers.
Not that I have any beer.
Oh,
Not that I have any beer in my fridge. But yeah, you said it.
Yeah. Now I know there's a rule, a triangular rule. How do you feel on this?
And so when I teach drawing, how to draw at Fort Hays Draw House Plans, you always have to you have to keep that. It's called the kitchen. Well, it's called the kitchen triangle. So creative.
I know.
Yeah. So when I drew this up, that is one of the things that I was focusing on, was keeping the triangle between the fridge, the stove, and the sink.
Because those are the three things you
Exactly.
really have.
You want quick, easy. And you're supposed to be able to get to the stove or to the fridge in 2 to 3 steps. So the bigger you make your kitchen, you kind of spread it out a little bit. Now the downside to putting the island in here was that if you put an island, it puts that fridge back kind of over by itself. But I think an island changes a kitchen a lot.
Yeah.
I think it gives it a whole different dynamic, because you're not working on a kitchen countertop anymore. Most food prep will be on that island.
Right.
I mean,
and that's exactly like when I cook anyway. I'll go and I'll get all of the food and spices and whatever I need set out on the counter, and then I start cooking. That's when I'll use the sink and the stove more often.
Right. So
that
you
actually
prep,
works.
get everything out,
Yeah.
put it onto the island, and then you can work from it.
Right.
Typically, when I use the island, it's because I've been to fast food, and that's where I set my sacks, and that's where I kind of undo everything and put my fries and my hamburger and kind of spread it out.
Yeah, don't ask me about fast food.
So that's what we did. And what I'm doing right now, the cabinets that I have in here, I'm building these cabinet boxes, and cabinets really and truthfully are pretty easy to build if you have some woodworking skills. They're not, here, let me grab something real quick. I know we're popping off camera, but I'll show you something real quick here. So this is like a side panel, this is a side panel for a cabinet. Simple piece of plywood with a toe kit cut in. I attach and glue a piece of the scrap ply down here as a bottom support for my bottom shelf. I cut a rabbet joint in the back to put my back in, and this becomes a right, and then or this would be a left side, and then you do a right side. And these are all alike, which is kind of cool, because lefts and rights of cabinets are all the same, and then all you have to do is by cutting that bottom shelf, your width, you're changing your width of your bottoms. Because when you go buy cabinets, they typically come in, even numbers, so 8-inch, 12-inch, 16s. So you typically can get them in That would be, I don't know what they call that, segments or sections, and then you put these chunks together, and that's exactly what we're doing over there. So I started off with that plan. I'm like, okay, we need a 2-foot base cabinet, we need a 1-foot base cabinet here, a 36-inch vanity not a vanity, a sink base. And so as you start going through these, you just start sectioning them out. You know, here's where my sink goes, here's where this goes, this is what's going to go here. And then typically what I do is I imagine myself in their kitchen, in that kitchen cooking. You know,
Right.
If my stove is here, what do I want here? Where do I need a stack of drawers? One of the things that, we're going to have to talk to Joe from Horizon about is the fact that I don't have, there will be no upper cabinets in this
Oh, really?
kitchen. No, there'll be no upper cabinets.
Wow, okay.
We're doing everything low to keep the visual, the open look,
Okay.
with some open shelving.
Oh,
I
okay.
did the open
There we
shelving
go.
on my 17th Street house, and
Yeah.
I really like that look of the glasses and your dishes, the main
Right.
things you use a lot, out.
Very
Easy
cool.
to get to. So, but yeah, so no upper cabinets, and they're even easier to build than base cabinets.
Yeah.
Right here, we're doing the face frames and those kinds of things, but pretty cool stuff. I actually enjoy. I've never built cabinets really until 17th Street came along. I've always bought.
Yeah.
Gone to the store and bought the cabinets, but. What we need to do when we come back is we need to talk about appliances.
Yeah, because those are the things that you get excited about.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, I guess you do get it. They are.
I think so, yeah.
They are exciting. Gas stove, electric stove. How big of a fridge do we put? Is a fire? I mean, there's a lot to think
There's a
about.
lot
Type
of
of
options.
dishwasher and all
Yep.
the different things that are going on. So, but good stuff. A lot of fun. And you know what that means? We're getting down to the finished part of that house.
I know, it's
finally.
getting really exciting.
So finally getting to where it's like not working in the 100-degree
Dust.
heat and the dust and the sawdust. Not that I've been over there. I actually found myself quite busy when they started sanding sheetrock dust.
Oh,
so-
yes, I'm
but-
sure.
All right. Hey, when we come back, we'll bring Joe in and we are going to talk appliances. We'll be right back.
It's campaign 2016. Hi there, everyone. Karen from the Furniture Look in beautiful downtown Hazen. We've got some serious border issues to resolve.
There's a liberal selection of new and exciting furniture coming in daily, and our walls just aren't big enough.
So we're pulling out the conservative card and we're marking everything down.
Closeouts on every category in the store: bedroom, dining room, and living room. So stop on by, shop the Furniture Look. We're your front runner in quality home furnishings, downtown Hayes.
Glassman is ready to help you beat the heat. With Carrier Cool Cash, the season to save is now. There's never been a better time to upgrade to Carrier quality and efficiency. Now through June 30th, you can claim up to $14.50 in Cool Cash rebates on a new system or receive 60-month financing. Don't wait! Cool Cash is only available for limited time. Turn to the experts. Call Glassman now.
Heating and air, the choice is perfectly clear. Glassman Plumbing, Heating and
The world is full of remarkable things, but some things are so remarkable that you may not have noticed. And that's the point. For 50 years, 3M has engineered advanced window films that make glass remarkable. Films for homes that help reduce heat, block harmful UV rays, protect interiors from fading, and save on energy costs. Rooms stay cooler, so you can enjoy a warm cuddle. Now that's remarkable.
Each year, about 400 electrocutions occur in the United States. You can avoid shock by knowing one basic premise. Electricity always seeks the easiest path to the ground, and you are a perfect conductor. Stay 20 feet from damaged power lines. And if down wires touch your car, don't get out, stay inside and call for help. And don't let others touch the car until it's safe. Electrical safety tips for Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative making energy work for you.
Hey, welcome back to House to Home. Joe?
Yep.
Joe with Horizon. Andrea with House to Home. Me, Hunzefoots' twin, Hunzefoots 2. Look that up on...
I thought you were Cupcake.
I am Cupcake. Well, I'd rather be Peaches, but hey, we're glad you're here with us this segment. By the way, I just want to share, I don't know that you, is this the first time you've been to my wood
It
shop?
is,
It's the first time you've been to my wood shop?
Yep.
What I always do is when somebody comes to my wood shop, you have to taste the glue. I don't know if you're willing, or you. I mean, it's cow hoof.
I kind of brushed my teeth already
Yeah.
today. Nice.
It's what I always make all my students do it for. Well, actually in high school I made them, and they did it. But you guys are grown and you don't.
Better than sniffing it.
How do you know? Okay, so what we were talking about earlier was how our kitchen design on 19th Street went from a little bitty galley kitchen to, we came up with this plan, you know, because the houses I've always done in the past have kind of had a built-in pantry. I kind of like the built-in pantry with the door and all the shelving. And then the more we talked about it, it kind of closed in the room. It made the kitchen feel smaller. And, you know, we talked about actually the, you know, appliances, refrigerators today and different things. You know, by the time you add all that stuff in there, it kind of closes that room in. So we decided to yank that pantry out, open that kitchen up, and put in a big island, because islands are
a big thing right now.
a big thing. They're pretty hip. It's going to make that kitchen look more open. And so here's where you come in. So we're doing all this design work. You know, we talked about in the first segment about the kitchen triangle and about keeping the, you know, where it's very functional, so you can go from the stove to the, you know, get around it well. Probably the biggest appliance in the kitchen is going to be the refrigerator.
Yep.
I mean, how do you even begin to start picking fridges? I'm telling you, nowadays refrigerators, they're like, they are
There's
not,
a lot of them.
and they're complicated.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we got everything from, they're complicated.
Oh yeah. 2 doors, 3 doors, 4 doors, 5 doors.
Drawers,
Yep.
2 drawers.
Yep.
Drawer on top,
Yep.
drawer on the bottom, double opening doors.
You open the drawer and then there's another drawer.
The drawers inside of a drawer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you, how do you help guide people?
Biggest thing is always finding the one that fits the space. 36 is pretty common space anymore. We do run into a lot of 33-inch wide spaces here in Hayes America, these older houses. But 36 is kind of the standard width. So that gets you into anything. The French doors are really what's most popular now. You've got your freezer on the bottom and then the 2 doors up top.
Right.
That is definitely where everything is trending. And then the drawer in the middle where you pull out and you have an extra deli section. That's really, really catching on strong.
And that is, it's, you know, I fought that tooth and nail. I'm just used to having the fridge up above, I mean the freezer up above and that drawer down below. But actually after I've had it a while now, I'm always in that top compartment
Exactly.
first. Well, I guess I shouldn't. My ice cream's down below, so I eat ice cream for breakfast, lunch.
Well, you're in your
snack, really.
refrigerator section more than 70% of the time.
Yeah.
So it puts
that's
what you
true.
use most right
beer.
in front of you.
Right.
Yeah, that's where I keep
Exactly.
my beer. So
Exactly.
that we handy and your beer, yeah, and then I like that. So there's a lot of stuff that when you talk about refrigerators. So you just kind of narrow it down. Number one, size.
Yep.
What can you fit? And that probably helps determine
A lot, yeah.
the direction you're going to go. Okay, so let me ask you this: What about stoves? Whole another game there
There is.
because just as many.
Yeah, you've got your gas and your electric, the 2 traditional that you've always had. Induction is the newer. It's a
What's in-
smooth top electric,
Okay.
but it's magnetic induction. So you put a pan on top, the pan becomes your burner. The surface of the stove does not get hot.
Oh, wow.
So the pan is really what cooks, not the burner below. So the surface stays cool, but the pan will get as hot as you want it, as fast as you want it. You're boiling water in 90 seconds.
Wow. Wait,
They're
and so
awesome.
that's not the same as like your glass tops that
They look
can
the
get
same.
hot. They look the same, but they're different. Okay.
But the
Huh.
burner is not underneath the glass top. The pan becomes the burner because the magnetic induction causes the pan to
Oh,
heat.
that's cool.
Does
That's
that work for any pan, or do you have to have special
Yeah.
pans
If you can
for
take
it?
a pan and stick a magnet to the bottom of the pan,
And it sticks.
it'll work.
Okay.
because it's
so
working
cool.
through.
Correct.
Okay, that's very cool.
So that's the one additional expense when you do that is a lot of times you have to buy additional cookware.
Yeah. Paper plates, will they work?
They probably won't.
That's why I have
They
a
probably
very
won't.
nice set of Chinette.
That would
It's
it's whatever you want to do.
okay. Back to the stove, because I've even seen some stoves that have like a mini, like you open up and it's like a, you know, they used to have those little ovens on the counter, but now they have those little, they have a small oven and a big oven and
The double ovens are extremely popular. People don't use them so much for having 2 ovens, but they love the top oven.
Yeah.
Because they are smaller, so they preheat faster.
Yeah.
They use less electricity, and a range is something that does use a lot of electricity.
Yeah.
But it's right there.
Right.
So open it up, throw your pizza in, throw your 2 sheets of cookies. You're done. You don't heat the house as much.
Right.
But Thanksgiving rolls around, you still can do your turkey down below, your pumpkin pie up above.
Right. that is.
So they're very
true.
handy.
That's cool.
Traditionally gas cooktops have always cooked the best.
Right.
Induction is really starting to
Fire.
cut into that. So
Love the fire.
you can do gas top, gas oven. What's really popular is the gas top with the electric ovens. It's called dual fuel. because the electric ovens do cook better than the gas, but the gas tops cook better than the electric, you get the best of both worlds.
So you get the best of both worlds. That's pretty cool.
Or you can have where your oven top, your stove top and your oven are totally separate units.
Yep, where you're having an island here in this kitchen, put your cooktop in the island, and then choose your wall ovens to put them anywhere else. And then you can do a double wall oven, a white microwave wall oven, whatever you want.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so you can start splitting it up and have different, I've got a Marriott O'Keefe, an old 1952 Marriott O'Keefe, one of those big old heavy-duty porcelain jobs at home. First thing I did was shut my pilot light off because I wanted to be able to strike a match and light and burn the hair off my arm. And it's like, it lights up and it's, you have any of those? You have,
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Have it in the back room, maybe got traded in? No.
We've got a junk pile behind the storage.
Oh, I'm a bit offended, but that's all right. But that's okay. I like doing it that way. Okay, so oven hood or hoods now. Hood's a whole nother. That's a whole nother.
You get
world.
into even more variety.
Right.
I mean, what's also again very popular is the hidden hood, where you just see your beautiful cabinets. You don't see the hood; it's tucked away underneath. It's just a vent
built up under there.
Correct.
And then you have to decide, because this is one of the things that that I'm working on in this kitchen is I don't want my microwave above. I want a nice clean hood going up. And so now it's like, well, where do you put the microwave? Because there's not a lot of counter space. So the under counter microwave.
The microwave drawers are extremely popular.
Yeah. So
they're really
I've
neat.
got to come talk to you about a microwave drawer because I've never done one, never worked with one, and so I got to figure out.
They're really becoming more popular.
How big it needs to be, and bigger's not better when you're trying to save space in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So we've talked about the fridge, we've talked about the stove, we talked about in microwaves too. There's a whole nother. That's a whole different spectrum.
As much as you want to find, there's something out there.
You don't make it easy. So I like coming in just like, okay, I need a fridge, a stove, dishwashers.
Dishwashers. Dishwashers are pretty standard. They're all the same size.
Right.
They're a little easier.
2 foot wide.
It's
or
just
the
picking your
narrower.
bells and whistles.
Right.
But they all do pretty well.
You know what? I tell you what. Here's one of the things I think you need to do. Can you come up with a dishwasher that puts away its own dishes?
Have you
That's
seen
called
them?
you.
No, I don't.
There's a video of a dog that'll put the dishes in the dishwasher. Have you seen that on YouTube?
No, I have not seen that one, but
you gotta teach Moose to do
mine
that.
day will not do that. That'd be way too much work. That'd mean getting up off the floor. It'd be because if you could invent that machine, then think of the dryer that would self-fold.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, I'd be all over those appliances. Instead of just walking in, because the laundry's easy. I just do my laundry and dump it on the bed, and it's
pick from it.
Yeah, I just pick from it, and then pretty soon I need it. But dishes, I can't do that. I tried it once, and it just tends to a lot of breakage. My chinette gets bent.
Yeah. All soggy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of washer and dryers, the washer and dryer world has changed.
It has.
Immensely.
It has.
I mean,
we've gone from grandma's old agitator machines to very little machines have any agitators.
That was my nickname, by the way, growing up. My mom called me the agitator.
That fits.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that.
But now, front load,
top load without an agitator, still some front load with an agitator. There's a little bit of everything out there.
Yeah, one of the things when I do home inspections, back in you go about 80, pre-80, a lot of the drain lines for washing machines were 1.5 inches. Now they've increased them to 2 inch. And I try to explain to people all the time that they've increased to the 2 inch because of the high velocity that dumps out of those machines. When they start to spin, those babies flush out some water quickly.
It's a lot less water, but it comes out fast.
Yeah, and you get sometimes you'll get backup. And I've gone into houses where they have a large capacity washing machine sitting there with an 1.5 inch drain, and they've stuck rags around that thing, and that's because they've said, well, that baby starts to dump it wants to gurgle back out because it can't take the water as quickly.
Yeah, you've gone from the old washers that used 45 gallons of water per load to these newer ones use 15 gallons or less per load, but they do a lot more laundry, but that water really shoots out fast.
Right. So there's a lot to take into consideration. So basically, if I'm out and I want to get new appliances, so probably the first place to start is by measuring my openings before I come see you.
Yep.
Maybe take some pictures on my phone, bring it in, and say, hey, here's my opening width and height, because height as well on a fridge, especially on a fridge.
Yep. Because again, we run into a lot of the 33-inch wides, and then you only have 67 tall, and you're really limited.
Or the other benefit of having somebody local like Horizon is
We
they
can
come
out
out
and measure for you.
There's
We do a
nothing
lot of that.
worse than mismeasuring.
Yep.
And then your new appliance doesn't fit.
Or measuring your old refrigerator instead of the hole.
You know,
Oh, nice, yeah.
I'm gonna make a 33-inch opening. I'm gonna order a 36-inch fridge. And
It happens.
And I'm gonna get it in there.
Okay.
I mean, it may take a sawzall.
We're going to make you sign a waiver that we are not obligated to put
so
that
when
in.
I bring the fridge in, it's twisted and rocked like this, and you won't take that back, huh?
Probably not. Not from you.
Yeah. Now he's got it on camera.
I know.
It's good stuff. Thanks for joining us.
Not a problem.
Absolutely. Join us when we come back.
Midwest Energy is a cooperative, meaning that our electric and natural gas customers are also our owners. Serving nearly 92,000 customers in 41 counties in central and western Kansas, Midwest Energy's employees are proud to bring you safe, reliable, and affordable energy services. Learn more at mwenergy.com. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative, making energy work for you.
It's Campaign 2016. Hi there, everyone. Karen from the Furniture Look in beautiful downtown Hazen. We've got some serious border issues to resolve.
There's a liberal selection of new and exciting furniture coming in daily, and our walls just aren't big enough.
So we're pulling out the conservative card and we're marking everything down.
Closeouts on every category in the store: bedroom, dining room, and living room. So stop on by, shop the Furniture Look. We're your front runner in quality home furnishings, downtown Hayes.
Faster than you can Google home equity loan, the Bank of Hayes can have that line of credit at your fingertips. In less time than you'll spend calling an 800 number to get service from a chain bank, the Bank of Hayes has already met any needs you might have. You see, at Bank of Hayes, we bring you something in banking no one else can. The idea of here and now, meeting all your financing needs now because we're right here in Hayes. From financing a car to a home, let us help you now.
Here, now, wow!
The world is full of remarkable things, but some things are so remarkable that you may not have noticed. And that's the point. For 50 years, 3M has engineered advanced window films that make glass remarkable. Films for homes that help reduce heat, block harmful UV rays, protect interiors from fading, and save on energy costs. Rooms stay cooler, so you can enjoy a warm cuddle. Now that's remarkable.
So you were talking about measuring, and like this end of this little tape, that little play that's in there.
Yeah, I
and,
know.
and you do have to take that into consideration because the more tape measures get banged around, the looser that gets. And so you're right. That does move about a 32nd. I mean,
32nd?
32nd of an inch.
Oh,
like
okay.
half of a
I
16.
thought you were saying 30 seconds in time. I was like, what?
Welcome back to House to Home, House to Car, whatever you want to call this show. We were talking about measuring and how when you measure that little end moves, really and truthfully in cabinet building, I mean, here's the thing, as long as I do most all of my measuring, using that end, everything compensates for itself. But I also make sure that I use a tape that doesn't have a really loose end, although these are made to give a little, and that is so these ends don't get snapped off all the time, I think. I mean, that's what I've assumed, but you know what happens when you assume.
Yep.
So we'll just pretend that that's right. We'll Google that someday. But so what I do too is, another thing you were talking about, cut side. So when I make my mark, like I was showing, I make a mark and then I put a little swoopy on it showing that's my cut side.
Check mark.
That little check mark, and that shows me that the swoop is where I'm going to cut. Because I think one of the hardest things for some of my students when I was teaching high school was they would make their mark and then they would cut on the wrong side of the line. So everything would be an 1/8 inch smaller. So as they were building their nightstands, what I always enjoyed is the nightstand, I believe, was 18 inches wide. And by the time they got done with it and fully constructed, it was about 6.5 inches wide because they just kept cutting the wrong side of the line. Well, they had to shorten this and they had to cut the wrong side of the line. They had to,
Oh, funny.
So it's practice. You
Yeah.
know, it's practice. But what's cool about building cabinets and what I enjoy about building cabinets is, the box is just a box. It's really pretty easy. It's just a square box with a 1/4 inch plywood or back in it. The face frame, which we didn't even talk really about, the Craig jig, we used to have to dowel these.
Is that a dance?
A Craig, yeah.
Is that what I am?
That's called a Chris jig.
Okay.
And let's not put that on camera. I'll never do that again. But so a Craig jig actually drills an angle. Well, the guy that made that is probably on a beach somewhere because that dude,
Made a lot of money.
he's got it going on, let me tell you. But you actually screw all your face frame, your rails. These are considered rails. These are considered stiles here. And so I make this face frame separate. This is a sink base, so these are false drawer fronts and my doors. And what I do and what a lot of cabinet makers do is they don't build their own doors. There's people out there that specialize in door making. They have door shops. I mean, they have shops to do raised panel, flat panel.
I suppose there are all those different decorative edging
It's all that different. So you can literally, so when I get these done, I'll get all my measurements for my doors. I'll build my drawers myself because they're just flat square boxes with fronts and rails on them. But the doors themselves then is I'll just get all those measurements and just take them to a door guy I know, and he builds doors. That's all he does. Say, okay, I need this many doors, this size, this size, this size, and he just whips those doors together for me, and we'll go put these in. These boxes are all made out of birch ply with poplar fronts, and the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm painting them. Old house typically always had. They always have painted cabinets in them. Think about the old houses.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about that's what they did back then. Back in the old day, I guess as you'd like to call, or I'd like to call it. Here's another thing they used to do is they build all the cabinets on site.
Oh, right, and they're all custom fit for that house. All custom fit, built right on the wall.
Yeah. So back in the day when the carpenters, they did everything on site, and most generally, if you think about the old houses, just the way 19th Street was, those cabinets are all made out of pine, 3/4 white pine. So they just get in, some 1x12s, 12-inch being a perfect width for upper cabinets, and they just use those, and they would build a base, they'd build the bottoms, and then they'd build their sides, and so then they'd put the face frames on them, but it's all built in. And they use those big old finish nails with, and built into place. They're so much harder to take out than these modular. These are modular cabinets. These would be considered, because this is a 36-inch base. These are 18-inch. No, I'm sorry, these are 16-inch. So this is a cabinet, and this cabinet here, these will go one side on the fridge and the other side of the fridge with an upper cabinet between.
Yeah.
I stationed this shelf here at the height of my fridge.
Oh, okay.
So
nice line.
So there's nice lines across. I do have a little bit of design in me. I may not be.
I'm impressed.
No, you're not. You want me to dance again?
No.
Sorry. Sorry if I broke anyone's TV screen. So, pretty good stuff today. Cabinets, how to lay it out, kitchen triangle, Joe. That guy's after it on those appliances.
Yeah, he knows it all.
He knows it all. I mean, they've got one-stop shop. If you need a vacuum cleaner, TV. I didn't even know earlier before we got started I was going to talk about putting a TV in my bathroom. I didn't even go there.
No, we're not going there. We're not going there.
I know. I'm not going to go there. I will not talk about putting a TV in my crapper.
But a TV in your crapper? No, okay.
No, TV. Yeah, not in my crapper, next to my crapper.
But we did. We got our TV, our sound system, all of that from Horizon, and they installed it, and we even have like speakers out on our back deck and in our garage and stuff. And they can do that in addition.
Yeah, mattresses. I mean, they literally, it's a one-stop shop. You can go in there and set up your whole house inside. It's pretty cool. And they can help, and they can do the measuring and stuff. So, very good stuff. All right, that's a lot today we talked about. When we come back, we are going to let our walls talk. How's that sound? Does that sound like a Model T?
No. Try another one. Now you just sound like you need antacids.
You referenced the crapper this time.
Oh no! You're bringing me down.
I have brought you to my world.
Dang it.
Welcome to the loneliness of Munchie. My walls could talk. You know what? It's good to laugh.
It is.
It is good to laugh, isn't it? Laughter is a good thing. Being a bit of a fool on TV is a big thing, huh? I tell you what. quite a few years went by and I laughed, but I don't know that I really meant it. You know, kind of goes back to the Rubik's Cube thing, you know, the false, the fake face, and you're laughing just like, oh my God, I feel like crap. But you know what I mean?
Right.
But now laughing and doing these old cars, I mean, I don't know if you notice, but I love these old cars.
Yes, I have noticed.
You know, I mean, my world is kind of transitioning from, I still love old houses and I'm gonna keep doing old houses, maybe not 14 houses a year as many as I used to do, but these old cars, I'm telling you, they're a hoot. The old 1919 Model T, the 49 Packard, you never know what I'm gonna drag
I feel
home.
like they're the other woman in our relationship here. We're like the homes, like, come on now.
You know, I did take a nap in the back seat of that car last week.
Did you really?
He was like, I rolled down the window, I'm like, man, this is, you know what? And those are things I used to not do. I used to not take time for those little naps, and those little personal things to take the time to say, you know what, I kind of deserve this old car. You know, I mean, I deserve this shop. I used to not think I deserved these things. I think I kind of needed to punish myself because there's the guilt and regret I carry for Blake's death. You know, the things I wish I could have done or maybe should have done different in my marriage. It's like, well, I'm not going to build a shop because I'm going to punish myself for that. And you know, as time and as I've grown, I've started to realize that's absolutely ridiculous.
Right.
You know, and Blake wouldn't want that.
No. Well, and I think when you can grow and be healthy, you're more able to help others grow and be healthy.
I think that's it, and that's exactly right. Because if you're trying to help people, but you're living kind of a closed-in, punishing yourself life, it doesn't look too good. It's not, you know, everything in the shop, my new welder and my new welding, my auto darkening mask. I mean, the other day it was kind of cool. I got a stick welder and had to weld some brackets on some fence posts, and I'd never used one of these. When I was in high school, it was always
you had to,
you know, you get
put me down real fast.
By the time you're done, you know, because you don't put it down quite fast enough, or you close it, and then you're out there trying to stick that stick on there, and it's not there.
You're like 4 inches away from where you're meant to be.
You're like swinging it around.
I know.
It's, you know, so it's like, oh my gosh, this is cool, you know.
Yeah.
And I remember standing there when I was buying this. I remember thinking, maybe I should just get the regular one, kind of that feeling again, kind of coming in. It's like, and then I'm like, no, you know what? I'm gonna. It's good to take care of myself. Kind of reward, a reward to all the hard work on the house and all the hard work, just the mental hard work, because the mental hard work is. I'll say it 1,000 times, and I'll say it 1,000 more times. When you go out and do physical work, you can go home and rest up, and you wake up the next day and you're ready to go do more physical work. You may be sore, but you've rested. The mental work is
just as important.
And you do the mental work. It's hard to rest up from mental work. Go to bed sad. You go to bed, you wake up drained, and so that mental stuff is.
Yeah.
See that? It's waving at the crowd. Throw the candy. We've got candy in there. Yes, we're throwing candy. Thanks for joining us on House to Home this week. It's up here somewhere. Luke, you are my father.
What?
Star Wars. You ever watch Star Wars?
Yeah, I don't think you said it right though.
Who is it? Darth. Hey, it doesn't matter. It's House to Home, House to Cars.
We're laughing.
It's a good thing I don't get paid to do this show because it's going downhill fast.
I don't get it.
I don't either.
Okay.
Bye. See you next week.